All right, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Season 4, Episode 48 of Hit the Books. Today is Thursday, August 14th, when you are listening to this. We are in the midst of August, heading towards the MLB playoffs. NFL season is right around the corner. College football less than a few weeks away. No Ace, no Jesse this week, just me and Mackie. Lots to talk about in the world of the NFL and MLB. Obviously, as we get into the end and the start of those seasons, some stuff going on in the world of golf as we come past the FedEx St. Jude Championship this past weekend. Look ahead to the BMW, and then some college football news to wrap things up. But Mackie, I'll hand things off over to you. How have we been? Are we excited for football? Is it in the air yet? Do you feel it coming?
Yeah, I mean, we got about 10 days till week 0 in college football, so obviously looking forward to that. NFL preseason's been pretty good, but it's obviously just preseason. Other than that, the Mets have been terrible, so haven't been watching much baseball. But yeah, it's pretty much all we got right now.
Yeah, the obviously we can kind of touch on MLB first. We don't have much here. We'll start out there with our power rankings in the MLB. The Dodgers at number 5, the Seattle Mariners, who are on fire, at number 4, the Toronto Blue Jays at number 3, the Philadelphia Phillies at number 2, and the red-hot Milwaukee Brewers on their 12-game win streak in first place after sweeping my Pirates, completing that sweep, I believe, a couple minutes ago. That game ended, but Brewers are on fire. I saw an Instagram comment we got saying Red Sox should be in here over the Dodgers, and no, it was not Ace. I don't know. Dodgers are a great team. Obviously, Red Sox were in this spot last week. I think we had them at the 4 or 5. I can't remember, but those Mariners and Blue Jays are undoubtedly a top 5 team right now, and I think when in doubt, put the Dodgers in there if they're on the fringe. I think they're the team you always throw in.
Yeah, but they're sitting there tied at the top of the NL West now with the Padres after Dodgers lost again last night to the Angels.
Do you remember what their preseason odds were to win this division?
I think they were probably like minus 1,100.
It was, I think, minus 2,500, minus 3,000. I saw
Yeah, their win total was like 102. It was ridiculous.
Is that high? I feel like people always talk about 100-win teams. Is that
no? If you're over 100, I mean, that's insane.
True, especially your total. Teams will get 100 wins, but they're some random hot team, like the Brewers, for example. They have 2 12-game win streaks, and that throws things off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
hold on, I'm looking up.
Aces Red Sox are definitely in that picture in the AL. I didn't think they were going to get to this point this year, but they're pretty fun to watch. I like their lineup with Crochet. I like a couple of their young bats that Ace likes to always shed light on, but. I don't know. Did they play today? No, they play tonight. They've been in Houston. I think they've been handling business. I thought they won last night when 14-1. They put a whooping on the Astros and then they lost. So this game tonight is for the series there. But they're sitting 11 games over 500 there. I want to look at this playoff picture in the MLB. Obviously, we have about a month and a half left.
Just to give you
how many games left?
I think 40. I want to say, but just to give you a broad understanding of win totals, Dodgers was 103.5. Next highest was Braves, 93.5.
And the Braves are going to soar under that.
I mean, obviously, yeah. Phillies 91.5, Mets 90.5, Yankees.
Wait, what were the Phillies? 91.5?
Yeah.
Where are they sitting? 69. They'll get that. They've 20.
Yeah, they'll sit right there probably.
They'll be flirting with it. Yeah. Mets 64-55, 2-8 in their last 10, coming off a win though. How are you feeling over there?
Starting pitching is brutal. I mean, we went out, we got a great bullpen at the deadline. Hasn't been great to start. Lineup hasn't really been that good. Starting pitching's just shitting the bed recently. So
you have a lot of divisional games coming up. You're in a series right now with the Mets.
With the Braves.
You are the Mets. You hosting the Braves, then you're hosting the Mariners in DC. Again against the Braves, host the Phillies, host the Marlins. So do they have a fucking away game? Jesus Christ.
Those Phillies games are huge.
They're in DC, but literally you guys have one series left this month on the road, so you got to capitalize on this big home stretch here, minus 3 games.
I mean, yeah, we were 18 games over 500 about 3 weeks ago, a month ago, and now we're sitting 9 games over, so.
Yeah. What's it been? I haven't watched many Mets games. Is it the pitching? Is it the batting?
Yeah, it's starting pitching. You're giving up a shit ton of runs, and you can't keep up. Yesterday we were up. Well, Game 3 against the Brewers on Sunday, we had a 5-0 lead. We ended up losing 7-6.
Brewers are sick, though. They've been finding ways to win games like that.
Yeah, it's just
But
brutal. I mean,
if
yeah,
you're the Mets, you can't blow that. That's a game. If they beat the Pirates and the Pirates are up 5-0, I'd be like, well, we suck, we blew it. But
yeah.
you guys, like, if you're up 5-0, you're thinking this is a win.
Even yesterday, we were up 4-0, and then I mean, we ended up winning the game 13-5. But we were up 4-0. It was 4-4. It's just like when you go 4-0, you expect to win. So
Yeah, absolutely. When you get that kind of run support, you at least have to get some kind of pitching that can, make that valid, I guess you would say, because the Pirates have the exact opposite problem. I mean, yesterday Skeens got shelled by the Brewers. That was honestly kind
did
of
he?
crazy to see. Yeah, 5.94 ERA in 4 innings was not a good look for him. It raised his ERA from 1.93 to over 2.1.
Holy shit!
Yeah, he got shelled. It was two home runs and a double off the wall. I think it was 4. It was 4-0 when he left the game, and
And they
then I think
lost
we lost
14.
like 13-0.
Yeah, well,
But we
he
can't we don't
can't be
hit for him,
perfect.
so it's like he could have given up one run. It still would have lost 1-0, like typical his starts. But I don't know. He was on a little heater there where he was getting his record back up. I think now he's back to 6-9 and probably. But yeah, a lot going on in the baseball world. We have about 40 games left. We're coming down to the playoffs here in October. We have the rest of August, all of September, and then what is it, like a week in October, and then the playoffs start,
I don't even know if you get that week in October, but it's right around there. Yeah.
or is it maybe the end of
What is it?
September? Let me see. I'm gonna
September
try to find when it's.
28th is the last game.
Okay. All right. So truly October. So truly, we have like a month and 2 weeks left for till
Yep.
the MLB. Yeah, it is because September 30th, wild card games start. So it
Hmm.
doesn't even have to. It doesn't even wait till October anymore.
Even if it makes
But
playoffs, might not even make October.
I was gonna say, yeah. Well, I guess it is best of 3 series now. It used to be just single elimination. But what was the other thing I wanted to touch on the MLB? We have the San Francisco Giants pitcher Justin Verlander becoming the 10th pitcher in MLB history to reach the 3,500 strikeout mark. Do you think Verlander and Scherzer could be the final two members to join this group? With the way the pitchers are handled, these young pitchers, they pull him after so many innings. We got to preserve his arm. We got to preserve his arm. We want to watch out for injuries. We don't want him throwing 7 innings, 100 pitches. I mean, the days of guys going 7, 8 innings on a normal Tuesday night
Oh
are
yeah,
gone.
no, they're gone. How many pitchers have reached that?
Verlander's the 10th, and they're saying Scherzer is already so far close to it that he's gonna get
Like
it.
he's gonna get it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say they're the last two. I think you're gonna see less and less of it. I know there's only 10, but
I'm trying to think if there's anyone in the league right now that I could see get that.
like Skeens.
Sale. Is Sale even close? He's the only guy I can think of that. Or Kershaw, like, how far? I mean, he's retiring. Let me look up
I'm
Clayton
trying to look up a
Kershaw.
list.
You look up who else did I say? Look up Chris Sale. Clayton Kershaw career strikeouts.
He's only
I
at
wonder who has more.
25.
Kershaw has 3,014, so he's in the 3K club.
Chris Sale's only got 2,500.
Okay, but he also probably has a couple years left. But you're not getting 1,000 strikeouts in the last quarter of your career. Actually, he probably even has less than that left. Yeah, I knew Kershaw was up there. I remember seeing him something with 3,000, but that makes sense. But
Yeah, Scherzer's at 34.56.
so he's getting it. He
Kershaw
plays
is
one more season, he'll get it.
Kershaw's the next active player at
That's closest, and he's
2014.
over 450 away.
Chris Sale's right after him. Garrett Cole's at 2,200. Charlie Morton.
Cole could maybe get 2,500 if he can stay healthy the rest of his career.
Yeah, nobody else is getting there.
Yeah, but not much else in the baseball world. Playoffs, like I said, coming up. The wild card game starting September 30th, so just about a month and 2 weeks away. We will be covering that all the way up to the end of the MLB season. But we will touch on some NFL here. We will keep going with our NFL awards. This week we have the Defensive Player of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year, and Comeback Player of the Year going into the 2025 NFL season. Last year, I don't recall, Mackie, who won Defensive Player of the Year last year. Was it Myles Garrett or? I'm blanking on that.
I think it was Myles Garrett.
I believe it was.
If it wasn't TJ Watt, I think it was Myles Garrett.
Yeah, I'm trying.
And you would know if it was TJ Watt.
Yeah, I would know if it was Watt. Who won DPOY 2024? Let's see. NFL, not fucking Rudy Gobert. Patrick Surtain.
Pat Surtain, yeah.
That's why we couldn't remember it.
You don't
Let
see
me
that
see. I'm
often.
trying to get these awards pulled up here. It does not want to seem to show me that. Let me get it pulled up on my phone. We'll take a look at these. I think TJ and Miles are probably going to be the favorite here. I don't think that's a crazy assumption to say. Maybe Surtain's up there, but I don't know if they'd like a cornerback to go back to back, although that Broncos defense is very legit and got better going into this season. So give me a second. I'll get these pulled up here. My phone is just taking its grand old time to
I
do
don't
this.
even have odds on this stuff in New York.
I was gonna say I'm trying. I might not even be able to talk about this if it doesn't load.
I got it.
You got the odds pulled up?
Yeah, I'm Vegas Insider.
Go ahead.
What book do you want?
It doesn't matter. Just we
Is
pick.
this are we doing defensive or offensive?
Do defensive player of the year. Do if it has DraftKings or MGM, do one of those two.
DraftKings, Aiden Hutchinson plus 700, Micah Parsons plus 750. Wow.
I
Even with
forgot
him,
I forgot about Micah.
I mean, he's sitting out right now. Miles
Yeah.
Garrett plus 850, TJ Watt plus 950, Max Crosby plus 1300, Will Anderson 1300, Nick Bosa 1500,
What was TJ? 850,
950.
950.
Those are his best odds. You can get him as
I'd
low
probably
as 850 on FanDuel.
if is it crazy to say Micah if even though he's threatening to sit out games or
I mean, no matter how many games he sits out, if he sits out 2-3 games, and you're not going to see him.
yeah, you're not gonna get it. Yeah, if he sits out, I don't know if he because the other side of it you could play is like he sits out one game and has the same amount of sacks as TJ or
Or if he sits
Miles
out the
Garrett,
first game, we get killed, and then they start picking it up once he
and
comes
then he
back.
comes back and they're good again. Yeah,
Yeah,
that could be a big part of it too. So that's not a bad play there on Micah,
I just think
especially
it's
with
way
what's
too
going on
low.
with the contract talks there too.
750 is ridiculous. Aiden Hutchinson plus 700
I
though.
don't like him as the favorite.
It's a favorite. It's kind of
Yeah, where's Miles Garrett?
850. He's third.
Okay, so he's still ahead of TJ. Okay,
Yeah, he's right there.
I don't know. Steelers have too many guys on defense. I don't. I think TJ's gonna have a big year after getting paid. I think he'll be in that conversation as he always is. But
It's always going to come down to like those few guys. Pat Surtain was the oddball out last year.
yeah,
Ended up winning it.
they couldn't. Yeah,
He's plus 5,000 this year.
damn, plus 5,000 to repeat. That's crazy. That just shows they gave him his one award and they were like, all
Yeah,
right.
they're not giving it back.
It's like when Stephon Gilmore won it that one year, but I think he had all the crazy interception stats that year. I could be wrong.
He did.
Do you have defensive rookie of the year there as well?
I don't, but I can get it.
Yeah, I'm still trying to. MGM does not have any of these awards posted. I don't know where Jesse was getting these odds from.
All right, I got it right here.
Good.
Abdul Carter is plus 250, and then the field is just Jalen Walker plus 1,000, Travis Hunter plus 1,000, Mike Green plus 1,200, Mikel Williams plus 1,400, Mason Graham plus 1,600. So Abdul Carter is a heavy favorite.
Yeah, plus 250 to plus 1,000.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
He's actually plus 225 on DraftKings.
Yeah, I would probably just say him. That defense is going to be scary. I think the Giants are going to be a little better than people think. They're obviously in your division.
I don't know about that. They have the worst offensive line.
Here's my point. How many wins do you think they're going to get?
I think they cap at 6.
You see, like I think they'll get 7 or 8. So that's why I say I think they're going to be better than people think.
See, I don't think they're going to get 6. I think they'll get 4 or 5. I think they cap at 6.
Yeah.
They're the worst offensive line in the league.
Yeah, I could see that's
behind the old quarterback.
If they can get, I think quarterback room is interesting over there. I just love what they have on defense, and Malik. I think Malik Neighbors is due for a big year. I like Tracy. I like some of their pieces. They do have a terrible offensive line though, but yeah, I don't know. I think the Giants. I'm not saying they're going to be flirting with a playoff spot, but I could see them be a tough team to play at least with that defense they have.
Yeah, it's a good line they got going on.
Yeah,
it's one of the scariest lines in the league. You can even say.
Yeah, Dexter Lawrence, Abdul Carter, Brian Burns.
You get to the secondary and it starts to dwindle down. And
yeah,
if they would weak spots.
You imagine they still had McKinney from the safety they gave to the Packers that went to the Packers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a couple other things in the NFL. Eagles Pro Bowler Landon Dickerson is hopeful to play week 1 after an injury scare at practice this past week. It was feared that Dickerson may have torn his meniscus or ACL, but Dickerson will undergo or probably already has a minor surgery on his meniscus with the goal to start week 1. massive news for Eagles fans. Would you rush back if you were the Eagles and Landon Dickerson here?
No, I definitely wouldn't rush back, but I did see that this was like best case scenario
Yeah.
considering. So good for him, but I wouldn't rush back. I mean,
I
Eagles are
wouldn't like anytime guys get hurt like that in camp and they're like, I'm planning to play week 1. It's like, why?
why? Yeah, why? What
Like you
just
still
to
get paid if
re-injure
you don't
yourself?
play. Like it's not like you're out of PTO or something. Like that team is so good. Like, yeah, that tush push isn't going to be the same. They said the tush push wasn't going to be the same without Kelsey. Then you bring in Landon Dickerson. He is a center, right? I kept seeing they have him listed as a guard.
I
He
don't
was
know.
center last year, right?
I don't know. I just know he's on the line. Is he a
Yeah,
center?
I swear he was. I swear he was the guy that took over for
Kelsey?
Kelsey. Let me look this up. Landon Dickerson, or here's what I'm gonna look up. Eagles starting offensive line Super Bowl. Let's see. It does have him in the left guard. It had some other guy at center. I've never even heard of that. Jurgens. That's who I was forgetting. Jurgens is the center. Dickerson's left guard. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why he's rushing back. That offensive line is stacked. Mailata,
They
Jurgens,
don't need
Becton,
him.
Johnson. Like,
They don't need him to start the season. They might need him
no.
come playoff time, yeah, but
Yeah, I would be like, dude, if I was the Eagles front office or doctors, I'd be like, dude, we seriously don't need you until maybe week 10.
like just sit out, dude. You're
Yeah,
good.
like you're good. And I think he just got a big contract, so at least he got that before an injury scare. But speaking of injuries to offensive linemen, the Chargers tackle Rashawn Slater has torn his patella tendon, which will miss will miss the entirety of the 2025 season. A huge blow for an upcoming Chargers team that now loses one of the cornerstones, or probably the cornerstone of that offensive line. I know they drafted Joe Alt. But Slater's been there for a couple years, sitting at the left tackle spot, covering Herbert's blind side. How much do you think this affects this Chargers teams and their ceiling going into the season?
It's always something with these Chargers, I will say. This sucks. You hate to see things like this, but this could majorly impact them. I think it affects the run. Obviously, it affects Justin Herbert's play as well. I don't think that they were making much noise anyway, but
I don't know what their depth looks like at offensive tackle, but I think that's a huge blow.
it's definitely a huge blow. But I mean, how deep did you really think they're going to make it anyway? This could take them out of playoffs.
That's what I was gonna say. I have them as a playoff team, like no brainer playoff team going
Now
into the
it's
season, like on
fringe.
paper.
Now it's fringe
Yeah,
for sure.
that probably helps
You hate to
teams
see
like
this,
my
though.
Steelers and stuff like that. I don't know, like
Chargers just can't catch a break.
yeah, they really can't. And then in the AFC, or sticking in the AFC, the Bills and James Cook have reached agreement on a contract extension per his agent, Zach Hiller and Matt Leist of LAA, I believe is the business name. Cook has agreed to a 4-year, $48 million extension with $30 million guaranteed. The deal includes the most guaranteed money for a running back in the past 5 years. I was trying to find the most guaranteed money for running backs in the past 5 years, and I could not find this list. I'd be very interested to see who's at the top.
Didn't Saquon just get a bag too?
He's probably him, Henry. I was interested to see if it was the guys that all got signed last year, like that got bounced around. Let me see. NFL
McCaffrey got paid though, I thought.
So, all right, Barkley, $36 million guaranteed. Ashton Genty, $36 million guaranteed. Hasn't even played a game in the NFL. Jonathan Taylor, 26.5. All right, so Cook's above him. It does have James Cook listed here at $30 million. So maybe he's, did I say 5th overall? Because there has to be more, because this was straight from Schefter.
No, most guaranteed from the last 5 years.
Most guaranteed money for a running back in the last 5 years.
Yeah, but Saquon's in the last 5.
Yeah, that's interesting. Because also Genty is 36. It's 100% of his rookie deal is guaranteed. Saquon is $36 million guaranteed, which is 87.3% of his total contract. So I don't know. Maybe I got that right from Schefter. Maybe you better do some fact checking.
It could be the highest.
I feel like it's one of those things. It's like the way it's worded, it is a different stat, but we're looking at it differently. You know what I mean?
Regardless, this is well deserved, I think.
Yeah, they needed to sign him. I don't think
Bills need that run game.
Yeah, they were talking about going into this season with Ray Davis and whatever his name, Ty Johnson is, and I'm like, that is not the same team without James Cook.
No, yeah, they need him.
Yeah.
solidified. So I mean, the running game right now in the NFL, you know how that is. So
Yeah.
get your guy, give him the money. He's still young too, so
Yeah.
good
Yeah,
deal.
and then we've been doing our positional rankings the past few weeks in the NFL. I don't know if you saw this. We are doing safeties this week. I'll go first with my list. If you don't have a list, that's fine. Or if you want to make one on the spot, that's cool with me. Two Detroit Lions in the top 5 safeties in the NFL for my list here. I'm going Brian Branch at number 5. They have two very young safeties, and I like both of them. So Brian Branch is one of them at number 5. Jesse Bates, I believe he's still with the Atlanta Falcons at number 4. Kirby Joseph at 3. Xavier McKinney, who I mentioned earlier, of the Packers at number 2. Kyle Hamilton, number 1 of the Baltimore Ravens. You bet your ass if Minka was still a Steeler, I would have found a way to put him on this list.
I was waiting to see that, and then I was like, "Oh shit, he's not even a Steeler anymore."
You think I would have named 2 Detroit Lions if Minka was still on the Steelers? I don't
That's
know.
not.
He is getting kind of old, and he was not good the last 2 years.
Yeah, I got Kirby over Branch as well. Branch right outside. I got Kirby at 5. Jesse Bates at 4. I got Antoine Winfield at 3, and then you got to go
That's a good one.
McKinney
Super
2.
Bowl champ.
You got to go McKinney 2 and Kyle Hamilton 1.
Yeah, I think 2 and 1 are like not even argue. What's crazy to me is you remember. I say, do you remember like this 10 years ago? I don't know how Justin Simmons like that fall off of his needs to be studied. He went from the
It's just,
best safety in the NFL to not even. I don't even think he's on a team this year.
that's that position though. I feel like that like they fluctuate so much.
Like
Just
if you're not a Minka or like a
most of
one
them
of
have
those.
like a 2-3 year window, dude. It's like
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, they signed one contract. At the end of that, by the end of that contract, there's a 23-year-old ready to take their spot. Like I think
Yeah,
Branch and Kirby Joseph are 23 and 24.
yeah. Give them 2 to 3 years. I
Yeah,
guarantee they won't be top 5, top
there will be
10.
new guys in there. I agree.
It's a weird
Um,
position.
yeah,
I mean, you got to be really athletic. You got to be young. There's a lot that goes into it. I understand it.
yeah, yeah. I think last week we did corners. I don't know what would be next. I don't think we did kickers or anything last year. We'll have to discuss that and see what we do next week. But yeah, NFL. I think the Steelers' first game is just about 26 days away. So that means your Cowboys play on that Thursday, just a few days before. I think it's 3 weeks from tomorrow. So we're about 3 weeks away from the NFL season. I cannot wait for it to have my Thursday nights and Monday nights fully occupied again, watching the Thursday night, Monday night games. But NFL is so close. MLB playoffs right around the corner. We'll touch on some golf and college football real quick. We'll leave it in football with Alabama naming Ty Simpson as their starting quarterback for the 2025 season. The redshirt junior beat out Austin Mack and Keelan Russell for the starting job, and Simpson was the likely starter for the Tide in 2025 after waiting his turn, spending the past 4 years with the team. The former high-end recruit has only attempted 50 passes and does not have a touchdown pass. Do you like what Kalen DeBoer is building down at Alabama? Do you think that Alabama could be back to contending this year?
I'm not gonna lie. I have no idea who this guy is. I'd have to look in on
He
him.
hasn't. I don't think he's played in many. Obviously, 50 pass attempts. He has not played in many games. Bigger dude.
I think they
A
would
lot
get
of
a
people in
transfer or
Alabama. This is the
something
guy
though.
that they wanted to start. I think this is the right guy for the starting job. I wasn't too sold on DeBoer in Washington. I know he had a great team up there. I thought it was more a product of the players with
Yeah, it was one.
Dunze, Penix. You know
It
exactly. It was
was
one
one
year, and
good.
you had
Yeah,
those guys, and then they had some dudes on defense too that I'm blanking on their names, but I don't know. Then you go to Alabama and like I don't know. It clearly doesn't come that easy. Saban was doing something down there. Everyone said Saban just shows up and gets them to the national championship, and I don't know. I don't think Alabama's that scary with DeBoer as their coach, but I like seeing them go to the guy that's been there for 4 years, been with the team, not just bring in some freshman, pay him $6 million, and be like, here, you have the starter.
yeah. I think it was also who Saban attracted that made Alabama who they were as
Yeah,
well. I mean, don't get me
yeah,
wrong, best coach probably ever, but he also attracted bigger names as well. I don't mind Kalen DeBoer. I think he had a good year last year. I'm not a big
it's
Jalen
the
Milroe
hardest
fan,
shoes to fill
so
in the country.
yeah,
Like he
easily.
was going into the most high expectations you could have as a first year coach.
Yeah, but that being said, I do kind of like this move, I guess. I think go with the hometown guy, go with the guy that knows the offense, who you were able to coach last year. But I mean, I don't think they're very scary per se. I mean,
Yeah,
what's their preseason rank?
I don't. That's a good point. The AP poll just came out. Let's go over that real quick. 2025. Call it. AP poll. Let me find this.
Penn State at 2?
You have the list?
Yeah.
Go through. I just pulled it up. You want to read it off?
I'll go.
Do the AP top 25. Make sure you're not reading the coaches poll.
No, I got it. Yeah. Texas 125. You want like top 10?
Do like top 10, and then who was the other team? Who was the team we were looking for? Alabama.
Yeah, they're top 10.
They're in the top 10.
Texas 1, Penn State 2.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Ohio
They're going to
State
be
3.
so good. They have so many returning starters. That's why.
Defending champ Ohio State 3. Clemson 4, Georgia 5, Notre Dame 6, Oregon 7, Alabama 8, LSU 9, Miami 10. Other names to look for: Michigan at 14. You have South Carolina at 13. Holy shit.
What do you think of Lenore Sellers?
Um,
are you familiar with his game?
Lenore Sellers.
Quarterback, South Carolina.
No,
He's like a Lamar Jackson type.
Is he a freshman?
No, he played last year. He's probably like the sixth favorite to win the Heisman this year. I bet him at plus 2,000 to win the Heisman.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's why they're 13.
Look him up after we get off record. He's literally like a mix of Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. Or he's more like a college kid, like kind of like Cam Newton was in college. So like he's gonna have the running numbers, he's gonna have the passing numbers. If South Carolina is good, which going off preseason rank 13, I'd say they're gonna be in the picture. If he puts up the numbers, a plus 2,000 hit at the end of the season would be nice on Lenore Sellers to win the Heisman.
And all you got, I mean, yeah, definitely, especially if they can like make the playoff. Now all you got to be is top 12.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, true. They're sitting right outside the playoff preseason. And like Arizona State, Illinois, Miami. I'm not sold on Miami with Carson Beck. I think Miami, Illinois, and Arizona State all could not be in the playoffs at the end of the season. Yeah, LSU is another interesting one this year. I hate Brian Kelly, but I think Garrett Nussmeier is so good. I think LSU is so good, due for a year. I think they'll finish better than Alabama. Georgia's obviously going to be Georgia, still down there with Kirby Smart. I think them and Texas are still going to be the class of the SEC. I could see that be the SEC championship again. Penn State, Ohio State will probably be the Big Ten championship, or Oregon somewhere in there. And then Clemson, like someone's got to play Clemson in the ACC. Is it going to be a Miami? Is it going to be, I don't even know. Pitt has some high expectations this year, not preseason ranked, but Louisville, I could see them get ranked at some point.
Isn't SMU ACC now too?
Yeah, you are right about that. SMU's in that picture. I didn't notice that. I'm glad you pointed that out. I think they're the only other ACC team that's preseason ranked besides Miami and Clemson.
Boise 25.
Yeah, Boise. they're still holding on. They're like, maybe Aston Genty will like show up to a game and do an appearance or something. Yeah, I can tell you that team will not be ranked longer than maybe 2 weeks into the season. Although I don't know who they play, so they might make it. But yeah, a lot going on in college football. Like you said, week 0 just about a week away. So we'll be getting into that next week. We'll have some lines to look at, but real quick, in the world of golf, this past weekend, Justin Rose defeating J.J. Spaun in a 3-hole playoff to win the 2025 FedEx St. Jude Championship to secure his 12th win on the PGA Tour. Mackie, did you watch this tournament? What did you think of the playoff? Did you watch it?
I didn't watch, no.
I was gonna say I'll touch on it real quick. Obviously, Justin Rose, I think he's that kind of career. I think he finished second. He was in that playoff to Rory at the Masters. So as soon as I saw him in a playoff with J.J. Spaun, who won the U.S. Open this year, I like J.J. Spaun. I'm not gonna lie, right hand up wasn't the biggest J.J. Spaun guy before he won the U.S. Open, but that putt he hit at Oakmont was pretty sick. So I kind of like the guy now, and he's on the Ryder Cup team, so I feel like I got to root for him. But when it was a playoff between Justin Rose and J.J. Spaun, I was definitely rooting for Rose to pull that out. Not getting the playoff in the Masters. I think he's been in another playoff at some point this year, and he's always coming up second in these spots. So he gets the win there. J.J. Spaun, with that second place finish, clinches his spot on the Ryder Cup team at Bethpage at the end of September, I believe it is. So I'm very excited for the Ryder Cup coming up. There's a weekend in September that is absolutely loaded with sports, with top tier college football games, NFL, Ryder Cup. That's going to be a great weekend. I forget what weekend it is, but we will be touching on that when it approaches. And then this weekend in the golf world, we have the BMW Championship taking place in Owings Mills, Maryland at Caves Valley Golf Club. The defending champion of this tournament, speaking of the Ryder Cup, is Ryder Cup captain Keegan Bradley. But let's take a look at our picks to pull it out this weekend. The BMW Championship. I'm trying to get these odds pulled up. I do not know why my computer is being so slow.
I got it.
Let me see here. I got it pulled up here. So via MGM, Scotty Scheffler is your favorite surprise at plus 250. Rory McIlroy, the only other golfer under plus 1,000 and plus 800. Ludwig Oberg at 18-1. Tommy Fleetwood 18-1. Patrick Cantlay 2,000. Schauffele 2,000. Cam Young, who's coming off a win a few weeks ago at plus 2,500. In Justin Thomas and Russell Henley sitting at 28-1. Anything jump off the page here? What would you go with? My strategy is usually in these scenarios, I'm going to take Scotty and then someone else.
Somebody else, yeah.
My value pick here is I like Ludwig sitting there right at 18-1.
I like that as well.
Yeah.
Xander, maybe good odds on him.
Good odds on there. Yeah.
I mean, Scotty's he's gonna win. This is what happens.
He's gonna win this weekend or next weekend. So I'm gonna bet him both weekends. Plus 250 if you just take
minus
that.
550 top 10.
Yeah, that's disgusting. What is he top 5? Like minus 2?
Minus 250. That's just stupid.
Yeah, that's so fucking dumb. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Scheffler. I'm gonna go with Aberg.
Any sleepers?
Would you say any sleepers?
I'm gonna go Victor Hovland plus 3,500.
I would say maybe Batia. He's been in the picture the past couple of weeks, but he always chokes on Sundays. That's more just a guy I like.
Tommy Fleetwood has been playing really good golf.
He just forgets. Dude. He would be really good on Live, where they only have to play 54 holes. You just can't show up on Sunday, and I like him too. But that fall part he had a couple times this season, and just a week or two ago, he was by far in first. I think it was last weekend. He was going to win that tournament, and then didn't even make the playoff.
No, there was one where he was up a stroke going into the 18th, and he bogeyed, and whoever beat him,
Keegan Bradley birdied and won.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot going on. Golf, football, baseball. We're heading towards the NFL season. We'll start getting our picks out for some MLB, NFL, college football when it's coming right around the corner. So make sure you're staying tuned to our social media. HitTheBooks.pod, HitTheBooks Sports on TikTok and YouTube. HitTheBooks.pod on Instagram. But thanks for listening. We will see you guys next week. We'll get into some more college football. As we said, week 0 next week. Lots going on in the golf world as we head towards the playoff or the end of the FedEx Cup playoffs. But thanks for listening, and we'll see you guys next week.